domination, and the million faces formed together made for elevation. And my soldier won't surrender faith is like a fire that never bursts to embers. The voice of the unheard, love is the answer.
I gotta speak it, believe it, that's how I feel inside.
I can't sit here quiet.
You can take my heart, you can take my breath when you pry it from my cold dead chest.
This is how we rise up, heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. This is how we rise up, heart is beating faster, feels like thunder, magic, static. Call me a fanatic, it's our world, they can never have it. This is how we rise up, it's our resistance, you can't resist us. Can you hear me? Are you listening, sleeping, and the shadows could be making history? Through the fire, on the water, used to be a slave, but now you are a conqueror.
They can take my heart, they can take my breath when they pry it from my cold dead chest.
This is how we rise up, heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. This is how we rise up, heart is beating faster, feels like thunder, magic, static. Call me a fanatic, it's our world, they can never have it. This is how we rise up, it's our resistance, you can't resist us. We're rising up, rising up, we're rising up, rising up, we're rising up. This is how we rise up, it's our resistance, you can't resist us. This is how we rise up, heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. This is how we rise up, heart is beating faster, feels like thunder, magic, static. Call me a fanatic, it's our world, they can never have it. This is how we rise up, it's our resistance, you can't resist us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Voltage, baby! We are back again. It's another week. It's another time. We back on it again. It's time to go. Welcome in. Dusk, Rio, Opening, Polka, Ezra, Moon, Hippo, Splendid, and everybody watching in the background. Let's get 2K's audio going. This time it's actually going, unlike last stream. But it is time for another week of GWE Monday Night Voltage. We are 1 week away, ladies and gentlemen. We are 1 week away from crowning our first set of champions. 4 championships, 1 inaugural champion of each. And we are going to find out the final team in the men's tag team championship match right now. So, let's get this thing going. It is men's tag title qualifier. It is the Bug Hunters taking on the Skelebros. Poll is up. 1 week away from me fighting Roman. Not quite, but you know, that could be a future match, maybe. Who knows? Who knows what the GM will decide to cook up in the future, you know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, let us get in to the first match on the card. If Roman wins, that is. Hey, maybe. Maybe he will. Coming out first, it is Shin Tsukimi and Gonta Gokuhara, the Bug Hunters.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 435 pounds, Gordon Goldman and Shane Sue Kimberly.
These
the
two.
living legends.
Shin and Gonta looking to be the final team to qualify for the Tag Team Championship match. They can join Team Wa, they can join Speed Force and the Pro Gs in the Tag Team Championship match. Gonta, a powerhouse. Shin, a master of submission-based offense. But they are going to have a tough test on their hands. Going to get ready for my match where if I emo and whatever arrow is. Fair enough, Flair. Here comes the Skelebros.
And they're at a combined weight of 315 pounds. The Great and the Brotherhood.
Ladies and gentlemen, these two are down to the bone. Sans and the Great Papyrus. Can they overcome the Bug Hunters? Getting down with their bad selves or their bone selves? Either way, these two have a chance to become the first ever tag team champions. Will they be able to? Let's find out. Gonta starting this thing off against Papyrus. And here we go. Clarabelle reffing this first matchup as Papyrus tried to send Gonta into the corner immediately to no avail. These two big men. Man and skeleton starting this thing off. In the corner goes Papyrus. Gonta, full head of steam. And that's Avalanche sandwich in the corner makes the tag to Shin. The tall boys did in fact start off, but now it's the tiny boy in Shin squaring off against the big skeleton. That's Papyrus lifting him up, but there's that speed of Shin. Roll up there from Shin, but Papyrus rolls it back. Shin now, he rolls it back. No. Papyrus rolls it right back. And then Shin rolls it back. Okay, guys. Just a one on that, but alrighty then. A smaller, tall man, small man, a similar tall man, small man situation. Absolutely. Shin now sending Papyrus into the corner. Tag made. In comes Gonta, double team. Double Northern Lights. And nice bridge there from Gonta. But a kick out by Papyrus. Let's see how these teams perform, though Tiny Boy used the speed very well indeed. Cats. You know, I can actually see Shin flown on his roll-ups. Honestly, I didn't notice that, but thanks for pointing that out. That's kind of funny. Headbutt from Gonta. Now, I'm not sure if that would hurt Gonta more or Papyrus, because that is a skeleton head he's just hit. I digress. Gonta, another headbutt takes down Papyrus, and the tag's made. Here comes the man who, in most circumstances, or the skeleton in most circumstances, would have 1 HP. In this case, Sans is in. Not sure how a skeleton bleeds, but okay then. Yeah, I guess a skeleton can bleed. The easiest enemy, but might not be so easy tonight. Tag made, back in comes Papyrus. Oh, they're setting up here. Sans climbing up. Papyrus powerbomb. And a leg drop from Sans. Double team offense. But the tag is made into Shin. And we got that tall man, small man matchup once again. In the corner. Papyrus caught by Shin. And Shin a knee to the back. Nice little offense there by the submission expert, Shin Tsukimi. As Shin flies in, he's got a little bit of high offense in his district as well. That's a moonsault from the springboard. These two putting on a show indeed, and oh boy, Shin's got that arm for the sacrifice. Cover on Papyrus. Sans actually can't come in, but a kick out at 2, no resiliency. And now Shin might have weakened Papyrus's arms just a little bit. Looking for a neck breaker. He calls that bugged out. Bugged out, hit on Papyrus, and Sans still can't come in the cover, and Papyrus has to burn early. Drop kick by Shin. Papyrus is desperately needing to make that tag, otherwise he's just gonna get overrun by the Bug Hunters. Shin sends him off the ropes underneath. Now sends him over. Scoop slam by Shin. All right, buddy. Papyrus keeping up. But Shin right there. Back suplex to Papyrus, who's almost stunned. And Gunter is tagged in. Gunter's got a finisher. Not a finisher, a signature. But Papyrus, hold on. Got that opportunity he needed. He burns that adrenaline rush and tags in Sans. Double super kick. Needed that tag, and Sans headbutt to Gunter. That skeleton head onto the groin of Gunter, belly to belly by Sans. And okay, Sans, I'm not sure if that's the greatest idea tagging in Papyrus, but hey, maybe Papyrus just wanted to do some more damage as he lands that DDT. Cover made on Gunter. Just a 1. Papyrus. Sign him up. No. Goes out the way. Knee to the midsection. Knee to the face. Papyrus with the roll up. Sans might not have been a little bit lazy, but it doesn't matter. Gunter kicked out of that roll up. Papyrus now sending Gunter back into the corner, looking to make that tag to Sans, and he gets it. Double team offense here. He's got that arm, and Sans is going back up top. Flies in. Ooh. Splash onto the knee, on the back of the knee of Gunter, wearing down the big man by chopping away at his tree trunk legs. Sans. Sans, I think, is just waiting. Sans. I don't know what Sans was thinking there, but either way, tag is made into Shin. Double team now from the Bug Hunters. Double arm drag to Sans. I think Sans might have been just a tad bit lazy, or maybe like opening said, telling puns. And Shin sending Sans into the apron. Going after that arm once again. Kick to the back as well. And a moonsault by Shin. Count of 5. Leg drop by Shin. Count of 6 now. Shin, I'd be getting back in the ring if I were you. Count of 7. Sans reverses the signature. Tried to send Shin to the ring. No. Shin there. Makes the tag to Gunter. Okay, hold on a minute now. Y'all, we can't be doing this. Not yet. This is the last qualifier. Hold on a second now. Hold. Freeze frame. Sans taking it now to Gunter. And now, look at it, just waiting for Gunter to get back into the ring. Yeah, best call. Yeah, listen, I forgot to accidentally, I forgot to make the count outs longer, so we're gonna have to roll with that for today. Sans making the tag now to Papyrus, double team. Oh, dang, okay. Code breaker from Papyrus off of the back of Sans. 15 and 20. Yeah, I haven't set that up yet. I forgot to do so. I'll make sure to do that for next time. Gunter, the shots to Papyrus. And now Papyrus is stunned. Tag made back to Shin. Papyrus still has that adrenaline rush bar. But the question is for how long. Shin sends him into the corner. He's got a finisher. Countered though. Countered by Papyrus. But Shin sending Papyrus off the ropes. Big heel kick by Shin. Looking to fly. Never mind. I guess choosing to not fly. Sans tried to get him. But Shin got in there just a little bit quicker. Scoop slam down. Papyrus is back up. But Gunter's tagged back in. Papyrus sets him up. Sleeper slam from the great Papyrus. Lining him up. No. Caught the super kick. That wasn't a finisher or anything. That was just a regular move. Gunter. Oh, hold on. He didn't go for the tag finisher because he's setting Papyrus up. Time to roll with it for the Caterpillar. That adrenaline rush bar is broken now, and Sans has to come in and break it up. Gunter still has a signature as well. Papyrus has a finisher. Samoan drop to Gunter. And Papyrus might be looking to tag in. Oh, they might not just be looking to tag in. They're looking for the finisher. The special attack. Connecting to Gunter. Shin's got to break that thing up. The special attack lands as Sans is back in. He's got a signature, he's got a finisher, but Gunter reverses, who also has a signature. Sans tried to set him up, Gunter countered. Send him back into the corner, and the tag is made back to Shin. Double team offense from the Bug Hunters, crushing Sans. And a little chest bump right there from the Bug Boys. Both of them back on the outside again. Roll through by Shin. And actually just gets back in the ring and waiting for Sans, calling him up to his feet. And airborne Shin. Flying with the suicide cross body. Suicide dive to Sans. And a backbreaker to Shin. Picked up. Sans now looking to set him up with a scoop slam and makes the tag into Papyrus. Shin now. Hold on, he actually has a finisher. He looks to set up Papyrus here, going back after the arm. And Papyrus is still in the corner. The counter. Papyrus, Troy, roll through, super kick to the jaw. Shin getting back into the ring now. But Papyrus, oh no. Shin ran into Claire about Papyrus, takes him down with the Bone Buster. And a splash from the middle ropes. right afterwards. And a Papyrus is starting to turn the tides in favor of the Skelebros. But Shin didn't get in time. Monkey flip. No, never mind. Papyrus with an atomic drop and slams him down. Shin's busted open. Shin is busted open now and sent into corner of the Skelebros, and they're looking for it again. And they hit it, the special attack. Cover again by Sands, and this time it's Gunter who's got to break it up. 2 special attacks in a row. Well, not really, but hit one. Oh, wait. Shin rages up, but didn't quite get it. Sands with the clothesline. To send him up, drop kick by Shin. And making that much needed tag into Gunter. This has turned into a bit of a classic here. Sands went for the clothesline. Gunter with a drop. He just dropped him down. And Papyrus actually comes in to break it up. Keep that in mind. Papyrus in, I'd honestly say early. And a power bomb. Oh no! Gunter turned it! He set him up! The Gunter loves bugs. That running power slam. Kick out by Sands. That running power slam he calls the, well, he just says it's Gunter love bugs. I don't know what else it could be. But you know. Sands kipping up now. He still has a finisher. Shin has 2 and Gunter has 1. And Sands now almost getting Gunter stunned. Oh my goodness! Gaster Blaster! Oh my gosh, he might have just broke Gunter's neck. Shin had to come in to break that up, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. My gosh, that was insane.
There's the tag.
Tag made. In comes Papyrus. Elbow drop to the back of Gunter, who just took a nasty move from Sands. Yeah, medical check on Gunter after the match. Yeah, we're definitely sending Gunter to medical after this matchup. Oh my goodness. Papyrus sending them back at the corner. The Bros are in fact making a bit of a comeback. And that just sent him to the outside. I don't think that was one of the finishes I gave him. Nope, no it wasn't. That's right. I changed him. I changed him completely. I had a few different ideas, so I went with them. Gunter sending Papyrus into the corner. Tags made to Shin. Oh, hold on. And they're setting up for their tag team finisher. They call this critical capture. Cover on Papyrus, who does not have resiliency, and Sands had to break that up. But Shin has 2 finishers. He's locked in the arm bar, that arm breaker, and that's it. Papyrus taps. And the Bug Hunters are the final team to qualify. Wow. What a matchup. What a performance from both teams. So close, but not close enough. But they got that offense in. There's that moonsault early in the match by Shin. You saw it here. This is probably what damaged the arms a little bit more. That sacrifice to Papyrus. Shin was targeting the arms that whole match. Papyrus having to burn resiliency early. might have honestly cost him. And Gunter just showing that raw strength with that running power slam. Wasn't enough to put away Sans there. And this was nasty. This was just nasty. Gaster Blaster dropping Gunter on his neck. But it was the armbar by Shin that would put the match away.
Gordon Goldman and Shane Sue Kimberly, the living legend.
And get the win for the Bug Hunters. They will join Team Wa, they will join Speed Force, and they will join the Pro Gs as our 4 teams to compete for the GWE World Tag Team Championships. (62% in favor of the Skelebros, 38% in favor of the Bug Hunters. See the top of the screen during replay for some reason? I don't know, I think that's just a thing. Nonetheless, what a match. Congratulations to the Bug Hunters on the win. Wario and Waluigi versus Sonic and Shadow versus Mondo and Taka versus Shin and Gunter. Hold on a second. Let me turn down the audio real quick. I did get myself a little bit of permission to say this a little bit earlier. The GM came up to me and said, you know what? Once this matchup ends, you can tell the audience what the heck we're doing for it. So I figured, why not? We have our 4 teams for the Tag Team Championship match. It is the Bug Hunters, it is Team Wa, it is Speed Force, it is the Bro Gs. They will be crowning our first ever Tag Team Champions for the men's side. So the GM thought, why not make that match just a little bit better? Next week, to kick off the show, it will be Team Wa versus Speed Force versus the Bro Gs versus Shin and Gunter, the Bug Hunters, for the GWE World Tag Team Championships, where the titles will be hanging above the ring. No pinfalls, no submissions. You gotta climb the ladder, get success, and reclaim those titles. It is a fatal 4-way ladder match. And that will kick off first crowning of Monday Night Voltage next week. Let's get the audio back up. Interesting indeed. It is official. Ladder matchup to kick off next week. But now, we've got ourselves a triple threat matchup. It is Flair, it is Arrow, and it is Maki. Sounds like a blast? Absolutely. Ladder match will take place. Tag Team Championships. It is going to be a fun one. Good luck, guys, voting Flair. Fair enough. Let's get into this matchup. I hope what I've done works. And out first, it is Arrow, and of course, flanked by Sakura.
Is a triple threat match. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Sakamoto O'Gary, representing the iconic duo from Florida, Archangel.
Arrow, fresh off of a matchup last week where they and Sakura were unsuccessful in going for the tag team championships for the women. Talk about a power couple indeed. A power couple in these two. Sakura there to support Arrow tonight. Now, the reason Arrow's even in this match to begin with is kind of not even my own doing or the GM's own doing. It's because of the fact that Arrow and Flair were bickering in the group chat last week. And because of the fact that I needed somebody in this triple threat with Flair and Maki, due to somebody having to pull out to deal with her own duties in her own world, I figured this would be the best opportunity to show it. Arrow, good luck to you. And here comes the woman she was dealing with.
From the edge of reality, Flash Smith.
All I'll say there, greetings, y'all. Welcome in, David. Get yourself prepared. You'll be fighting in the main event tonight. But out comes Flair Smith, making their debut here in GWE. I don't know, maybe it's rubbed a few people off the wrong way in the group chat from all I've seen. We'll just have to see what Flair can do in the ring. And last but certainly not least, it is Maki Harukawa, the ultimate assassin.
And from Yamaguchi, Japan, Mage.
Maki is here for a fight. She's confident. She's cocky. She's determined to see it through and get the win tonight. Maki, the best of luck to you. Because who knows? She might need it against these two, or she might not. We will just have to find out. Assassin, huh? Hopefully she's not like my assassin brother. You know, I'm not gonna question that, Dust. I'm just not gonna question. Not at all. Maki is the most intriguing one to me. Definitely for sure. We've seen what her friend Kaito, I guess friend kind of Kaito can do a couple weeks ago. What can she do? We'll find out. Arrow, Flair, Maki, here we go. And there's Lorenzo back in, oh gosh, Lorenzo's calling another triple threat. Y'all, we can't have Lorenzo getting decked in another triple threat. We can't have this, no. An assassin, probably the one I'm most familiar with outside of Assassin's Creed. Interesting. Very interesting, that's probably the case. Roll up by Maki, broken up by Flair. That's Arrow. Arrow just steps out of the ring. Just steps right out of the ring as Flair taking it to Maki. And Arrow's got a baseball bat. Sakura, what are you doing? Lorenzo, keep your distance, please. Sakura just having like a chat with Lorenzo real quick? What's happening? Either way, dang Maki. Tried to go for that kick. Arrow, I think, blocked it. Back suplex from Flair, but then gets run right into the baseball bat by Maki. Quick cover now. Sakura, what are you doing? Sakura. Okay. Alright, Sakura pulling off the turnbuckle pad. Dang, okay. Arrow with that kick. There goes the turnbuckle pad. Indeed. Oh. Arrow went for that crossbody and Flair saw it and just bolted out of it. And grabbed a steel chair. But Maki took advantage and took her down with that back suplex. As Arrow with that baseball bat actually just choosing to avoid Flair and just go after Maki, who's ripping apart the announcer's table. But gets whacked with that baseball bat. A modified Samoa Joe? A little bit, yes. A little bit of a modified Samoa Joe. Maki reverse DDT. As Flair taking the time to just gloat. And now taking it to Arrow. Yo, Sakura, what are you doing? Tosses a kendo stick into the ring. Yo, Sakura's just been getting involved this entire match, y'all. What is happening? Flair and Maki. Just a little bit hard to hear me. Okay, hold up. I might have turned it up a little too loud. Let me turn that volume down real quick. Okay, hopefully that's better. I realized I turned up my volume all the way to max and didn't do that before, so okay, that's good. Okay. Love to see it. Love to see it. Or hear it, I guess. Flair dropping Maki as Arrow got stunned with, I think, the kendo stick that Sakura brought into the ring. Maki flies in. Big kick to Flair, who kicks right back up. Flair, Russian leg sweep to Maki, who has a signature, mind you. Maki has a signature as Flair, with those elbow drops, and Arrow's got a kendo stick, whacking Flair in the back with it a couple times. Covered by Arrow, but Maki is right there to break it up. And again Sakura distracting Maki. And that just allows Arrow to take advantage and send Maki into the exposed turnbuckle. DDT by Flair. That had to rock Maki. And Flair actually looking to take advantage. Flair feet on the ropes. Completely legal in a triple threat. But Maki still kicked out anyways. Maki now chop blocked by Arrow and sends Flair into the corner. Went for that boot in the corner. Didn't get it. Maki's gonna end up wanting to fight Sakura at this rate. Honestly, at this rate, she might. She might just want to fight Sakura. As Flair climbing up top, but Maki's there to intercept. Double axe handle though from Flair. And now climbing up to the other corner with both Arrow and Maki down. Elbow drop to the back. Ultimate Assassin versus Ultimate Martial Artist. That'd be down? Absolutely. It'd be crazy. Arrow went for the kick, caught by Flair. Maki starting to come to. And that kick to the leg from the Ultimate Assassin, who drops Arrow. Cover now on Arrow, and that's only a 2. Kick out at 2 by Arrow. Maki now putting Arrow into the corner and hoists Arrow up. Maki has a signature and a finisher, but Flair with the kendo stick, the third one in this matchup, by the way. Into the cover on Maki. Kick out at 2. Not 3 yet, just 2. As Arrow landed a crossbody, kind of. Either way, signature reversed by Arrow on Maki. And, oh my gosh. Oh, goodness! That brain buster that Arrow calls the sketch snap, and that flying flare arm from Flair, and now tuning up the band for the Blaze Kick. Maki's got no resiliency, but Arrow's up and breaks it up. And went for another Blaze Kick, and Arrow caught it. Silly Del Sol. Silly Del Sol to Flair, who has no resiliency, and kicks out at 2. Kick out at 2 by Flair. Kendo stick shots by Arrow. Absolutely perfect indeed as Arrow. And Sakura again distracting Lorenzo. The Blaze Kick was hit and Lorenzo never saw the pin. Maki still broke it up anyways, but dang, Sakura is just relentlessly getting involved in this matchup. Kendo stick shot to Maki, who's now busted open. And Flair actually using that coffin drop to break up the pin. Smart decision by Arrow. Strike from Flair. Looking to set up Maki. And into the exposed turnbuckle again. Honestly hoping my fellow Shades wearer wins. We'll just see. Maki's not really looking too well at this moment in time as Flair climbing up and going to fly out on Arrow. Double axe handle. But I think Arrow actually countered it. Strikes by Flair though. Flipped around. Reverse DDT from Arrow as Maki approaching with a steel chair in hand. Cracks it over the back of the head of Arrow, and then Flair just tosses Maki away, grabs the chair herself, and starts wailing in on Arrow. And gets one to Maki as well. Going to work with that chair. Another shot to Maki. And gets in the ring. Picking up the kendo stick. Actually not picking up the kendo stick. Just waits for Arrow to get up. Sent off the ropes now. Flaring forearm. Into the cover. Maki rages up and then breaks up the pin. Yo, what's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? Good to see you. He has in fact arrived. As Flair, Blaze Kick. Blaze Kick to Arrow. Maki's rolled out of the ring. Cover. Arrow burns resiliency. Arrow the first to burn resiliency, and Flair has another Blaze Kick. Flair is lining up a second Blaze Kick and hits it again. Second Blaze Kick. Maki slides in and just breaks it up. Hi, sir. Jacob, you don't need to... Jacob, you don't need to call me either one of those. It's fine, man. You don't need to call me either one of those. You can just... You know what? I'm not going to worry about it right now. We have a match still going on. Flair sending Arrow to the outside, and Maki taking Flair down. But wait, Arrow, Flair was rolled to the outside. Silly driver to Maki, who burns. Resiliency burned by Maki. Flair the only one with resiliency left. Drop kick by Arrow to Maki. Flair sliding in, went for the kendo stick shot, but it's countered by Flair. But sent back to the outside by Arrow. Arrow has almost got a signature built up, but Maki's got two finishers. Underneath, over top, run through. As Flair with a sledgehammer now, just bringing out all the toys. Sledgehammer shots up both Arrow and Maki. Picked up the kendo stick and put it down. And Arrow now taking it to Flair. But caught. This is the arena. This is, in fact, the arena, Jacob. This is the arena, our GWE arena, where we have all of our matches. Maybe you'll be competing in it very soon. As Arrow catches Flair with that sketch snap, but is left waiting, and Maki planned it out. Assassin's mark. Right to Arrow, into the cover, and Flair gets up and breaks it up. Sometimes you need to bring out a few things to equalize. Absolutely, Kaz. Sometimes, in a triple threat situation, you need the weapons, as a kendo stick shot breaks over Maki. Maki looks undisputed. Fair enough. Damn. That cave-in that Flair calls stamp out the embers, and Arrow broke it up just in the nick of time. Silly driver. And Maki's up. Arrow actually taking it to Maki. Arrow do be hurting. Flair the only one left with resiliency. Kendo stick shots by Arrow. Breaks it over Flair. And then a coffin drop right afterwards. But Maki's back up. Maki is back up. Countered though by Arrow. Sending Maki to the outside. And actually goes for the cover on Flair. Flair's still been down this whole time. Flair didn't burn resiliency. Flair was KO'd off that silly driver, and then the kendo stick shot that broke over Flair's head. Oh no. Opening, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. 2K just keeps hating on you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this keeps happening to you, man. I don't understand. Listen, it's a good match, but 2K, it sure was a good match. Absolutely a good match. You hate to see it, though. You hate to see it. But Arrow picking up the win, thanks to a lot of weapons and a lot of soccer interference as well. There was that Assassin's Mark by Maki, and that stamp out the embers from Flair, and after all that damage, Arrow with that kendo stick shot sent Maki to the outside and pinned Flair for the win. It builds for an Arrow-Flair feud with how things seem to be. Absolutely. Big win for Arrow as Sakura joins in to celebrate. Arrow, Flair, and Maki feud, not gonna lie. Fair enough, honestly. Flair, 57% of you on Flair, and 29% on Maki, 14% of you on Arrow. Nonetheless, it was Arrow who picked up the victory this time around. Congratulations. But I don't know if these three will be done with each other just yet. We'll have to find out after all that stuff just happened. Either way, congratulations to Arrow. I don't think Flair burned resiliency, Jacob. Yeah. Basically what it means, Jacob, is it's kind of a last-ditch effort type thing. Last little gasp of air that people have to be able to kick out of a pin or get out of a submission move, something along those lines. It's a good day to be me. At least for today, Arrow, you picked up the win. Congratulations to you. But coming up next, it is some more tag team action. It is Broken Justice versus True Style in the Tornado Tag Team match. As requested by True Style, they wanted this in a Tornado Tag style. Broken Justice wanted to take him on. Ken and Ryu obliged. But wanted to make sure that everyone was in the ring all at the same time for this one. I controlled that match and Maki was irrelevant for that match. I wouldn't call Maki irrelevant, Flair. She put up a lot of a fight. Either way, a win is a win at the end of the day. And we get on to our next match. Here comes the Phantom Thief Boys, Joker and Akechi, Broken Justice.
The following contest is a Tornado Tag Team match. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 409 pounds.
Give it up. So they keep going so long, man. Either way, Broken Justice is here. The boys, the thieves are here. They picked up a big win on our first show against Opening and Sayaka. Tonight, they look to pick up another win against True Style. How curious Akechi's the only Thieves member to not be in Thief attire? I did ask him about that. I don't know why he's not in Thief attire, but he just isn't. Maybe he saves it for special occasions? I don't know. The team with the best drip versus two martial artists? Fair enough. Here they come.
At a combined weight of 394 pounds.
True Style, Ken and Ryu had honestly a match of the night contender. Well, I mean, did win match of the night. And an absolute barn burner with Sonic and Shadow of Speed Force. Unsuccessful. However, just because they weren't able to get into the tag team championship matchup does not mean that they are formidable. Joker and Akechi saw that, wanted to take them on tonight. Tornado tag action, here we go. Lorenzo back at it again. Lorenzo, you are seemingly always put in these situations where there's multiple people in this ring, my guy. Just be careful. Akechi flies in. Kinda got Ken and kinda missed. So strange, because if I can recall, I still pinned you without even having to make you throw in. Curious. Alright, Arrow. Relax. The matchup's done. You had your fun. You got your win. I don't know if you need to keep this going. Save it for a little later, alright? Maybe save it for after the show. As Ken taking down Akechi, Ryu and Joker going at it. That suplex there. Tornado tag, indeed. Sorry for being late. What I missed? No worries, Ryan. You missed two matchups. You missed a tag team classic between the Bug Hunters and the Skelebros, where the Bug Hunters picked up the win to be the final team to qualify for the men's tag team championship matchup. And then you saw Arrow, as is noted in the chat, pick up a win over Flair and Maki in triple threat action by pinning Flair in that matchup. I was willing to keep it cool until Flair started talking, eventually until her to calm it down too. Listen, you both You both have been throwing verbal jabs at one another. If you can win without your wife and a non-factor assassin, then maybe. Listen, y'all have been throwing your jabs at one another. In this chat, I get it, I got no control over what in the world you two do, but like, you know, I don't think I need to explain any further. Did both of those two just burn rage at the same time? That's crazy. But the finisher reversed by Joker. Good to see you. Good to see you, Ryan, as well. You just upset you got pinned, so I didn't continue watching the show. Dang, Arrow, my gosh. Ken flying in crossbody as Ryu forearm to Akechi. Cover by Ken, kick up by Joker. Yeah, both Ken and Ryu burned rage at the same time. That is hilarious. Joker went for a kick, caught by Ken. Ken, that strike missed there, and Akechi now having to deal with both Ryu and Ken at the same time. That Hashigeki from Ryu, that spinning back kick. Caught flush on the dome of Akechi into the cover, but Joker's right there to break it up. I'm not going to do that right now. We got a match to call. Akechi and Joker now on their own against Ryu. Moonsault from one of them, and then Akechi tried to hit a second one, and it didn't work. Either way, still effective, because Ryu is stunned. Or at least was. Akechi tossing the kendo stick at Ken, and he just ate it. He just ate the kendo stick. Joker and Ryu away. The Joker setting up Ryu for that Phantom Thief driver. Ken sending Akechi into the ring. Kick out at 2, no resiliency burned by Ryu. Tag team wrestling indeed. Tornado DDT. Jam Golden. Listen, I'm not the GM. I'm just the commentator here. You want to talk to the GM about all this? Find him in his office after the show. As a Hadouken lands by Ryu on Akechi, and I think a Jokerplex hit on Ken. Joker, Phantom Thief driver. That's too much work. Listen. At this point, I've said what I've said. I don't have any power to stop you two. Would have been cool if they both hit their moonsault. Too bad Akechi had to fumble his. Fair enough. Listen, I've said all I need to say, Arrow. I told you both to not. You didn't listen. So that's all I can do. If you want to talk to the GM, talk to the GM afterwards. You useless like that. Hey! I'm providing you guys with some high quality commentary, I believe. And a super kick hit by Ken on Joker as Akechi breaks it up. And Akechi low-blowed Ryu, and Ken's not paying attention. But Ryu kicks out as Ken hit that flame wheel on Joker, and Akechi's broke it up. The nads of Ryu were hit by Akechi. Broken Justice stand in the ring together. Drop kick by Joker, Ryu stunned. As Akechi and Ken going at it on the outside. Joker's just missing. But lands it this time around. Cover on Ryu, but Ken's right there to break it up. And Akechi, a Death Valley driver. He calls that Loki's Wrath. I was going to say there's more fighting in the chat than the match, but that low blow made me change my mind. Yeah, fair enough. Fine, I'll keep quiet. Thank you, Flair. Thank you, Flair. Thank you, Era. You guys don't need to worry about the rest of it. Now, oh my gosh. Sure you can deliver to Ken. Or not Ken, Akechi. Ken went for the cover, but broken up by Joker. Ryu now with the baseball bat, his true style, taking control, sledgehammers by Ken. Went for the sledgehammer shot on Akechi, but he dropped him down. Ryu looking to set up. Joker dropped him. The Shinku driver, Akechi almost didn't break it up in time, but he did at the last second. Cover on Ryu, he kicks out as well. The Street Fighters are in control. Akechi, moonsault into an elbow right afterwards, and a Hurricane Rana by Joker. And now possession. Favoring the possession now of the Phantom Thieves of Broken Justice. Ken is stunned. Ryu almost stunned, but he gets him with the Shoryuken. As Joker taking it to Ken. Ryu still wasn't done with Akechi. Into the cover. Joker realizing it and breaks it up. A finisher in hand for Joker and Akechi there. A signature for both of them. Joker with a finisher. As Joker sets up Ryu, Phantom Thief driver. But Ken taking down Joker and now focusing in on Akechi to buy his partner a bit of time. Goes to the outside. Wait a minute. Joker got up and tried to cover him. But Ken realized it and broke it up. Suplex by Ken to Joker. It grabs the kendo stick, but caught. Kick by Joker as Akechi with that ground and pound to Ryu. No one's burned yet. This is close. Absolutely nobody's burned yet. These two teams, they've torn apart both announcers' tables. Holy crap. Oh, Ken. Dang. Shinryuken to Joker. Akechi having to come in to break that up, and he does. Picked up, Akechi. Ace Detective's revenge. Right to Ryu, and now Joker's gonna have to deal. Well, I say he was gonna have to deal with Ken, but doesn't. Locks in a sharpshooter. That's a signature there, but Ken broke it up. Dropped him down. As Ryu coming to, went for the kick. Joker with that speed, but Ryu just Samoa Joe'd him. Stepped out the way of, I believe, a wheelbarrow stunner. And Akechi taking it to Ryu with that reverse DDT. Now it's Ken getting back in the ring, forearm to Joker. The leader of the Phantom Thieves in a little bit of trouble now. But Ken actually goes for Akechi instead of Joker. Because Akechi tried to swing that sledgehammer at the legs. Ken stopped him. And Ryu eats a kendo stick. Shots now by Ken. Joker's lining up. Ryu. Phantom Thief driver. In the ring, cover. Ryu's got a burn resiliency. He is the first to burn. Ken's a little bit too slow. And a moonsault by Joker reversed by Ryu. Someone go through a table? I don't know if they're going to put them through the table. This match might be drawn to a close rather soon. Ryu taking Joker down. And Ken with those kicks in the corner, and Ryu with the Hashigeki, perfect double team from True Style. Cover on Joker, and he has to burn resiliency as well. It is even on both ends. Ryu looking to take it to Akechi as Ken just nailing Joker with that steel chair. Knee drop by Ken to the mask of Joker. And he does it a second time, and Joker's busted open. Might have just awakened to his persona, or just was bleeding. One or the other. Akechi stunned now. And I think Ken might be looking to make sure that Joker stays down, because Ken just missed, and Ryu with the Shinku driver to Akechi. And could be looking for maybe that not Shinku driver, Hashigeki to Akechi. Joker is a bit too slow, and Akechi has to burn resiliency. Joker and Akechi both injured. Joker with the roll-up. Roll-up by Joker on Ryu. And Ken was a bit too slow. Broken Justice steal the win. They steal the win just like any Phantom Thief would ever do. Theft has been committed. The roll-up by Joker. He steals it. Dang, Ezra 0-3, no. Ezra, no. No, we can't be having this, no. How fitting, the Thieves stole the win. Ends in a surprise roll-up, it sure did. A true 50-50 between Broken Justice and True Style. Guess Ryu and Ken never saw it coming? They sure didn't. I'm late, yeah, I blame Ken on that loss again, just like last time. I guess so, Ken, again, there you go, there's that roll-up, just a bit too slow to break it up in time. And the Phantom Thieves. Broken Justice are now 2-0. Akechi is bleeding the Crimson Mask indeed. He might not have his Phantom Thief mask on, but he sure is bleeding a Crimson one. Nonetheless, congratulations to Broken Justice. As we move on, could the Thieves be riding high with momentum, given another member's fighting next? We will just have to see. Because after what happened, it is going to happen. After that attack by Sayaka Mizuno on Violet during her match with Miku, we will get Sayaka versus Violet. Can't tell if Joker was also bleeding. I'm pretty sure he was. Pretty sure Joker was bleeding. But after the attack by Sayaka during Violet's match with Miku, Violet wanted a little bit of revenge. Tonight she gets it against Sayaka Mizuno. Y'all ready? Let's do this thing. Sayaka already in the ring, and here comes Violet. And here comes Violet sliding into the ring, just taking it to Sayaka. The referee trying to stabilize this one. Violet's just had enough. I think the ref just called off the match. Y'all, I think the ref just called off the match. They're just brawling. Alrighty then. I guess we're just brawling. No match. Our senior official. Y'all remind me of his name again? I forgot. Violet wants violence, indeed. Nobody wins, nobody loses. This is just a brawl. Hold on. Let me make a quick call. Hello? Hey there. Don't worry about going out there just yet to break these two up. Just let them go. They need to get this out of their system a little bit. We'll see what happens, and if things get dire, then we'll send you guys out there. All right? Okay, sounds good. Awesome. Wait, just keep an eye on it. Just keep an eye out on it, and we'll if need be, I'll send you guys out. Okay. Talk soon. Bye. There we go. Just got off the phone with my my head security guy, or the GM's head security guy. He gave me his phone number. So we're just gonna let them go. We're gonna see what happens. Yeah, it is Bobby. You are right. They apparently can grapple in a brawl. I didn't see that. We might need a list or an internal list for the names for the refs. Honestly, I think we might need that because I forgot and need it. This should be interesting from what it's been. Yeah, they're just fighting. Hello there, Kara. I think that's your name? Kara? I don't know. I think I know somewhere. Nonetheless, welcome in. Yeah, apparently they can grapple in the brawl. Thought they would have a good match? Guess not. Guess not today. From what I understand, Violet usually not this aggressive. She's not this aggressive. She's just had enough from Sayaka. That jab, like that verbal jab from Sayaka probably got to her. Sayaka flies in, went for that kick. Violet catches it. Kara, yeah. Okay. I thought that was the case. How you doing, Kara? Welcome in. 0-3, I guess. This is technically in a match. I guess this ain't a match. Either way, Violet setting up Sayaka on the outside. Phantom Thief driver. I mean, I can understand where Violet's coming from. Sayaka not only attacking her, but disrespecting the idols across the world. Calling herself the idol. Saying Violet would just be one of her backup dancers at the end of this. But I don't think Violet wants that to be the case. Dancer's Grace caught by Sayaka. Turned it around. Went for the finisher, didn't land that. Hi, Kara, you like wrestling? Maybe. Violet's bleeding the Crimson Mask. She already is. The damage done by Sayaka. And nope, countered by Violet. They're just brawling. Remember, y'all, there's no match. There is no match involved with this one. It is just a fight. It is just a brawl. At least the blood matches her hair. Medical might want to make sure, absolutely. And Sayaka locking in what she calls the sensation statement, but Violet got out of that quick. Climbs up, taking Sayaka down, and these two are just going. No match rules, they're just fighting. They brawling. They want violence. Violet wants some revenge and sends Sayaka into the ring post. And now just sending Sayaka all the way around the ring, send her to the steps that time. Violet is getting her pound of flirt. Yo, that was on concrete. Yo, Violet's German suplexed her onto concrete. This Sayaka infuriates me more every second with a phony idol. We have spread hope with idols. Inspire to be! Phantom Thief driver on the concrete. Okay, alright. Yeah, alright, security, y'all get out there. I know you guys can probably hear me. Get yourself out there. get these two to the back, get Sayaka and Violet to medical. Holy moly. Violet just went off at the end. Dropped Sayaka under the concrete twice. That's the one part of the outside we could not protect. The one bit we couldn't protect outside of the ring. And that's the bit Violet hit Sayaka with. And I think Sayaka can forget about performing as an idol for a few weeks. Her back has been destroyed. At the end, Violet stands tall. So much more of a crap Sayaka was talking about. Violet did want violence. She dealt it. That did in fact happen. And I am being told that Violet's gone to the back. She is done. She is cooled off. Sayaka is being helped to the back. By end of the poll, 71% on Violet, 29% on Sayaka. I don't know if you guys get a point for that because there was no actual match. What did Sayaka expect because not Phantom Thief? That was the natural result. Yeah, Sayaka had that one coming. Violet rushed the ring, getting retribution by delivering a beating to Sayaka Mizono. Yeah, you don't say. The fighting continued after the match was called off, setting the stage for an explosive match to not claim a state championship. Either way, that is that's that. We move on from that one. No 2K, the crud. What do you mean fake? Either way, it's time for the final qualifier for the women's tag team title matchup. It is Avalanche Angels, Tifa and Aerith taking on Twin Dragons, Chie and Yukiko of the Inaba investigation team. Pulls up. My goodness, that was mental. Violet kind of destroyed Sayaka at the end. But we must go on with the show. So, let's do just that. Coming out first, it is the Avalanche Angels, Tifa Lockhart, and Aerith Dainsborough.
The following contest
Avalanche
is a
Angels.
tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, Merrin and Giulia, the Spitfire Warriors.
We saw their friend Cloud compete last week in the Battle Royal. Tonight, Aerith and Tifa look to get an opportunity to fight for tag team gold. Could they join Scarlet Justice as well as freaking Double Blossom? We'll have to find out, but out next is the Twin Dragons, Chie and Yukiko. They swagger. I don't think it's a word.
And their opponents, Chin A. Sakamoto and Yukicho Amaya, the Dream Team.
These two do in fact want the smoke. And they also want the championships. Chie and Yukiko. Chie, master at kicks. Yukiko has got a bunch of submissions. What I can see though is that they are grooving. Could we see the Twin Dragons be the second of 3 teams from Persona to get into the Tag Team Championship matchup, joining Scarlet Justice, Anta Kamiki, and Makoto Nijima? My bandmate Shio would love the Twin Dragons outfits. Probably Tifa's outfit. Love Tifa's outfit. My bandmate Hanami would love Aerith's outfit. Well, we'll have to see what they can do. For me, a submission special is always dangerous given how quickly resilience falls to them. Absolutely, Moon. But here we go. Tifa and Chie starting it out. Bobby, ring that bell, my boy. I guess he just stayed out there after the Violet and Sayaka nonsense. Tifa. Yo, that caught me off guard. Chie with just a quick knee to the face of Tifa. Straight out the gate. Yeah, no doubt I got it too. Oh my goodness. Chie. We should care about the band in the wrestling ring. You know, it is what it is. Tag made into Yukiko. Knee strike from Chie. Knee strike from Yukiko. And Yukiko Amagi tagged in that air to the Amagi in. Taking on Tifa. Who takes Yukiko down, that backbreaker. Yukiko and Tifa exchanging blows and exchanging reversals. Sent off the ropes now, underneath. Over top, oh, sling blade from Yukiko. Cover on Tifa. Just a 1 that time. Yukiko and Chie, well known for teaming up together in the past. Chie tagged in, drops the arm. As Chie, Satonaka going to work, but Tifa, roll up on Chie, quick cover, kick out. And throughout all of that, Tifa actually built up a signature. So many good matches, wow, that's right, Flair. Oh, sorry, not Flair, Flate. Welcome in, Flate, how you doing? Sorry, I almost called you Flair there, my bad. Chie sending Tifa into the corner, makes the tag to Yukiko. Double knee offense from the Twin Dragons and tosses Tifa down onto the knees. Yukiko, I don't think I actually noticed that Tifa was crawling to the corner and made the tag into Aerith. And Aerith going in, springboard forearm to Yukiko. As Aerith now taking it to Miss Amagi. Elbows to the head. Gets another one. Aerith. But actually sending Yukiko into Bobby. And Yukiko tried to use that momentum, but Aerith got out of the way. Off the ropes, no dice there. As Aerith actually just waiting for Yukiko, and they both get sent to the outside. Or they go to the outside, rather. As Yukiko rages up and just a splits on Aerith. So Bobby's the name of the ref? Yeah, Bobby is the name of our senior official. Younger brother of Flair just happened to be here. Oh, okay. That's why your names are similar. All right, good to see you, Flate. Welcome in. Count of 5, Yukiko waiting for Aerith to get back into the ring. Just to set her up, but Aerith actually getting out of that one. Tag made back into Tifa. Back suplex turned it into a neck breaker from Aerith. As Chie was able to make the tag, Tifa raged up, has a finisher, and Chie's got a signature. Chie, Kung Fu Rush, right to Tifa. And Aerith came in and knocked out Bobby. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Oh, dang. Galactic punt from Chie to Tifa. Caught that thing out of nowhere. Roll through, neck breaker from Chie. Gosh, dang it, Bobby. Went for the knee, didn't land that. Tifa sending Chie into the corner. And actually, mind you, Tifa has a finisher, but Chie got out of the corner before Tifa could even get there. Tifa went for the sweep. Chie ducked out of the way. And a whipcord knee to the face. And Aerith actually getting involved there. Tifa with that burning avalanche. And Yukiko had to break that up as Tifa's going up. Double foot stomp. Chie back up now. Looking to set Tifa up, but Tifa got out of there. Tifa's got two finishers ready and waiting to be used, and might be going for one of them. Tags in Aerith. They're looking for the tag finish. Final resolve. And Yukiko can't come in to break this one up. Chie is gonna have to burn resiliency. Big advantage now for the Avalanche Angels as Chie, maybe not actually, because Chie's just firing off with kicks. And gets the tag to Yukiko. Limit break, the final resolve did in fact happen. Forearm by Yukiko, leg drop to Aerith. Yeah, Chie was in fact pissed. Chie was pissed off after all that, as Yukiko kind of got the crossbody, kind of overshot it, but still hit. Tag made to Tifa. As Yukiko sends Tifa off of the ropes, underneath, over top now, drop kick, but Tifa moves. Off the ropes now goes Yuffie. What? Yukiko, wrong character. That's another Final Fantasy character. Either way, the finisher was reversed, and Tifa with those kicks to Yukiko. Quick cover, kick out of 2. Moonsault by Tifa and makes the tag to Aerith. Aerith taking it now as Yukiko rolled to the outside. Gets the shot there. Yukiko leg drop to Aerith from that springboard. And now might be looking to set her up. Scoot slam and tags in Chie. Chie looking to set up Aerith off the ropes, underneath, over top, running through, twisting, drop. Yukiko and Aerith are kind of dangerous. Yet honestly, kind of. Both of them very dangerous competitors. As Chie, a little dangerous in her own right, Meteora to Aerith as she's got that finisher, but actually backs it up. No, splash avoided. Aerith went for the signature and Chie reversed it. Meteora standing version this time. And then a senton right afterwards. Cover on Aerith, and Tifa comes in to break it up. Gia actually just went after Tifa. Dang, my voice cracked. Shoot. Gia, knees to the face of Aerith. Oh! Gia now, climbing up top. Looking to fly knee drop. Right to Aerith, and Chia's got a finisher and a signature. But Aerith currently with possession, not right now though. Chia with a knee to the face. And I think Chia might have just had an idea. Sent to the corner, there's a kick and a tag to Yukiko. I think they're setting up for Dragon's Ascent of Inaba. And Aerith burned Iron Jaw and doesn't have resiliency because of it. But kicks out at 2 anyways. A 2.999. Signature reversed there by Aerith on Yukiko. There's a kick. And Yukiko gets her finisher reversed as well by Aerith. That was almost a poorly timed Iron Jaw indeed. Aerith now's got all the tools, signature and a finisher, but Yukiko dropped Aerith into the corner. Yukiko still has a single finisher left. Aerith now. Looking to set up. Strikes and then a suplex to Yukiko. And now actually goes into the corner, makes the smart decision, tags out to Tifa. Tifa, fresh off of taking a little bit of damage, definitely had some time to recuperate some health, take a little bit of a breather. And Yukiko still taking it to her. That Samoan drop and makes the tag to Chie, who has a signature in hand. Kick by Chie, Kung Fu Rush. Hits again on Tifa. And Chie didn't get enough distance to get that atomic drop. But said, you know what? If it didn't work the first time, I'll just do it from over there, and this time it will work. And Chie's lined up. Galactic Punt! And Aerith has to break it up after that galactic punt from Chie. Sending Tifa far away from the corner of Aerith. Tag made to Yukiko. Irish curse into a knee drop. And Yukiko tried to run off the ropes and ran into Bobby. And then hits the leg drop from the springboard position. And now actually goes for the cover on Tifa. Is that going to be enough to burn resiliency or just end the match? It actually just ends the match. Tifa was knocked out from that leg drop. I think it landed weirdly as well. I don't think Yukiko got all the connection, but it might have actually been able to do more damage. Twin Dragons pick up the win. Ezra gets a point, ends the match, and the Dragons will join Scarlet Justice and Double Blossom to compete the Tag Team Championships for the women. Which I'll confirm is not going to be a ladder match like the men's one. This one will be a triple threat tornado tag team elimination matchup. You've got to pin everybody or make everybody tap to get the titles. There is now a 2 out of 3 chance a Persona team will win the gold. Will one of those two Persona teams get the win? Or will Double Blossom, Peach, and Daisy be the ones to spoil the fun for the
Here are your
Persona
winners.
crew?
Chin A. Sakamoto and Yuki
And there we go. All right, Chie.
Dream Team.
Chie is just... Chie's fired up, y'all. Chie's fired up. They're going for the tag team titles. Congratulations to the Twin Dragons. Very split vote as well. 57% of you for the Avalanche Angels, 43 for the Twin Dragons. And it was enough for the Twin Dragons to pick up the victory. Twin Dragons, Scarlet Justice, Double Blossom. Who will be our first tag team champions? We'll find out next week. As we roll on, not into the Shadow Worlds, but to our next match. Look at that judging stare. Yukiko was staring at Chie like, alright, that might be a bit too much. Yukiko looked disappointed. She kinda did, yeah. But now, we've got ourselves our first Fatal 4-Way of the night. It is Akihiko Sanada versus Silver the Hedgehog versus the best bout machine, the cleaner, Kenny Omega versus Dirty Dominik Mysterio. Fatal 4-Way of 4 competitors with different fighting styles. Yep, it's definitely Moon. Get backstage, discuss with Merrin, get your tag team plan set up because you two are up after this one. I'm gonna drink the water real quick. Delicious. That being said, low-key rooting for Dominik. I cannot lie. Fair enough, Splendid. Fair enough. As we get to it. Let's get this Fatal 4-Way underway. As we turn up the voltage. Yo, honestly, that's a good tagline. That's a good tagline. I just got that now. I might use that from now on. That's kind of a good tagline.
The following contest.
Here comes Kenny Omega.
Four-way match. Making his way to the ring from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 224 pounds, Kenny Omega.
The best bout machine, the cleaner, the belt collector. You can call him so many different things. We might even consider him to be one of the best in the world. All those describe Kenny Omega. Dominik better win. Akihiko seems like the chosen one here, voting him. Well, Akihiko is in fact a boxer. He is a fighter. Will that be enough though? When you've got to deal with a man whose finisher was so protected that it took so long for somebody to kick out of it in that one winged angel. Kenny Omega, best of luck to you. As we get on to the next participant in this matchup, it is the Boxer of Seas, Akihiko.
Weighing in at 209 pounds, Akane Hero
Akihiko
Antenna.
Sanada. Surprisingly enough, just graduated from high school. This man is fresh. He's fresh out of this thing and got straight in to the professional wrestling ring of his boxing experience. Can this man pick up the win? Kenny's gonna have to stop him, and so might this man, or really, should I say, Hedgehog.
Out of this world, weighing in at 100 pounds, Silver Headhunter.
He might not know of your future, and you might not be able to change your past, but this guy, Silver the Hedgehog, sure knows how to fight. Silver is here. Silver with a banger theme, by the way. Looking to make a statement tonight that high offense, the high-flying offense of this Hedgehog is on display tonight. Good luck to Silver. This psychic warrior should be a fun one indeed. Silver, Akihiko, and Kenny Omega. And this man. It is Dirty Dominik Mysterio. He has arrived.
And representing the Judgment Day, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dirty Dominik Mysterio.
The AAA El Mega Campeon. The Intercontinental Champion. He is here in the GWE, a proud member of the Judgment Day. No Judgment Day members with him. He's all on his own. Can Dirty Dom pick up a win tonight? In what would honestly, with the people we have in this matchup, I'd consider it to be a shocker if Dominik managed to pick up this win. But that is the magic of wrestling. Anything can happen. Dominik, I'd say you probably used the most luck out of everybody here, my friend. Because you're up against some tough competition. From what I gathered, Dominik's been getting better at fighting solo. He has. He definitely has been getting better at fighting on his own. And he's going to need to do that tonight when he doesn't have anybody else with him. Fatal 4-way action. Dominik, Akihiko, Kenny Omega, and Silver the Hedgehog. Let's get this thing underway. Ring that bell. Lorenzo, why are you always in multi-person matches? I swear to you. I swear to you, Lorenzo, why are you always in multi-person matches? What is this? Are you like our multi-man match ref? Is this why you just keep showing up? I digress. Either way, Silver taking it to Kenny. That moonsault. As Dominik with a spine buster to Akihiko. We're gonna get Dom's jacket. That would look amazing in the concert. Talk to him. I don't know where Dom gets that jacket. Talk to him. Dom lining up Akihiko, and a little tribute to a little liar, a cheater, and a stealer, Mr. Eddie Guerrero with the three amigos. And takes out Kenny with a drop kick, but gets taken down in the process by Silver. And the future Hedgehog looking to grab a weapon, grabs a baseball bat. We've seen a lot of those tonight. And now, Silver just bypassed Akihiko and said, no, I'm going straight for Dom. But he got out the way as Silver with a Pele kick to Kenny Omega. Dom now, oh, actually now double team by Silver and Dominik into Guri to Akihiko. But now Silver looking to send Dominik, but Dominik actually sends him into the steps as Kenny waiting for an opponent to get in the ring with him. And it's Dom. Dom gets in the ring with him. And actually is holding his own. Little scoop slam from Dominik. Holding his own here against Kenny Omega. As Silver and Akihiko. Okay, maybe he's not holding his own. Actually, no. No, he is. Kenny's stunned. Kenny's in fact stunned at the hands of Dominik Mysterio. Double axe handle from him. As Kenny goes to the corner and Silver and Akihiko still going at it on the outside. Drop kick. And a cover now by Dom on Kenny Omega. This is one fall to a finish. No eliminations, nothing of the sorts. As Dom turns Kenny around, he might be thinking 6-1-9. Drop that dime, 6-1-9. It's not elimination. This is not an elimination match opening. It is just one fall to a finish. Or is it elimination? I didn't think it was. Akihiko went for the leg drop, didn't land it. As Dom going after Kenny, but now actually Akihiko goes after him. Drop kick, stopping whatever Kenny was going for. Silver with a sledgehammer to Dom. That's Akihiko and Kenny now crawling on the other side. Silver picking up Dominik, drops him with what he calls the chrono driver. And now going up as Kenny lines up Akihiko, spin dash to Dominik Mysterio. Kenny taking it to Silver. No! Dang it, Lorenzo! You had to stand in the way. In particular stores are having made. Also, is the Hedgehog serious right now? Yeah, the Hedgehog is serious apparently. Dang it! Right hand from Akihiko to Dominik Mysterio, and Lorenzo's down again. Drop kick by Dominik Mysterio. As Silver grabbing a kendo stick and whacking Kenny with it. Now lead person, shut up, Splendid. Wrong universe, pal. Ay, indeed. Lorenzo down again. But he's back up at least, so at least something. Silver. Kenny going at Akihiko and Dom on the other side. Not to mistake the Judgment Day theme the other side, but just on the other side of the ring. As Kenny sending Dominik into the steps. Silver sending Akihiko away as Kenny with a chair tried to hit Dominik with it and then tried to hit Silver, but Silver slid into the ring before it could land, averting a little bit of disaster. And now the sledgehammer, but Akihiko dropped him down. Not going Silver because he was the particular Silver I'm looking for. Still go Dominik. Alright, Mysterio, whatever. You never get him here. Either way, Dominik spine buster at Akihiko. Sending Silver away, and now actually not going for Kenny, just taunting. Just taunting in the face of Silver. Now that drop kick hits. Picked up. Silver now on the outside. Oh! The absolution. That detonation kick. And on the outside, nails telekinetic breaker, that recoil code breaker, and a power slam to Akihiko. Silver's going off on everybody right now. Kenny back up to his feet. Silver dragging Akihiko and tosses him, or tried to toss him in the ring before Dom got in there, and it's a German suplex. Kenny turning Dom around, went for it. He went for that one-winged angel, but Dom kicked out, or moved out the way. V-trigger to Dominik Mysterio. He doesn't have any form of resiliency, and Kenny Omega wins it. One V-trigger, all it takes to put dirty Dominik Mysterio down. Kenny Omega picks up the win. The best bout machine standing tall above the rest tonight. But really good showing from Akihiko, from Silver, and yes, even Dominik as well. That 619 hit on Akihiko. There was the setup there, that chrono driver from Silver. And then that drop kick into the absolution to Kenny. Then would hit Akihiko, or hit Dom, sorry, with the telekinetic breaker. And after all that, Kenny hit the V-trigger. Akihiko was looking for that Superman punch, but didn't land it. And because of the distraction, that paved the way for Kenny Omega.
Here is your winner.
To pick up the win. What a victory for the cleaner. Kenny, congratulations to you. 62% of you were in favor of Dominik Mysterio. That's crazy. 12% on Akihiko, 13 on Silver, 13 on Kenny Omega. It was Kenny. They took the win. As we move on to precursor to our main event, it is our women's championship contenders fighting in a tag match. It is Giulia and Stephanie Vaquer versus Moon Mage and Merrin. The head of the table. Shoot, man. The head of the table is here. So, the age-old question, can these two tag teams coexist? Because next week they'll be fighting it out in a fatal four-way match for the GWE Women's World Championship. Will they be able to work together tonight in this tag team matchup? We will just have to find out. Let's get into it as we go ahead and turn up the voltage. And they're actually already in the ring. High fives from Moon and Merrin. They're ready to go. They got themselves out to the ring already, and this matchup's underway as Stephanie Vaquer taking it to Moon Mage. Well, we can see that they can coexist. We can see that at least Merrin and Moon can, in fact, coexist. At least for right now. Tag made immediately into Giulia, who lands that drop kick. Shots from the beautiful Madness to Moon Mage, and they slapped her across the face. As Moon taking Giulia out there, arm drag. kick from Giulia. Forearm putting Moon on the ropes. And now setting up. Oh, goodness. Wrenching back with that boot. On the ropes there is Giulia taking it to Moon Mage and makes the tag now to La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer. Running in, no, countered by Moon Mage, who flies in, forearm to Stephanie Vaquer. They're cool, yeah, they are. These four earned themselves an opportunity to compete for the Women's World Championship next week. They're teaming tonight, but they'll all be against one another next week. As Vaquer DDT to Moon Mage. Moon Mage, we saw how much resiliency this competitor has. Kicking out of a lot of offense in that qualifier that ended up giving her a win and getting themselves into this matchup here and the matchup next week as Merrin actually helping Moon Mage out just a tiny bit there with that shot. And a side effect type maneuver. As the tag is made, in comes Merrin, the girl with the coolest kick in town. We saw that move hit to give her some falls, and the coldest kick was enough to put Nami away to get Merrin the win. But that there wasn't enough to get them the win tonight. A kick out of one by Stephanie. Famous from Merrin, and Moon Mage is tagged back in. Flies in, moonsault avoided by Stephanie. Sends him to the corner. Tag made to Giulia. And a shot to the midsection. Giulia, we saw her momentum in that qualifier as well. The same qualifier as Moon Mage. Picking up 2 eliminations in that matchup, same as Moon. Kick out at 2. Giulia, she's known for championships. She's known for dominance. She have that dominance. Next week, tag made into Stephanie. Kick to the midsection there. Went for another kick, but no. That just seems to be the running story. My OC is so freaking resilient. Not sure why, honestly. Just because Burning Hammer from Moon Mage. Tag made to Merrin. Well, already then, Moon. Just a Burning Hammer, I see. As Stephanie now looking for an armbar on Merrin, but Merrin quickly gets out of it and taking Stephanie down. That head scissors right there. Sends her off the ropes. Arm drag from Merrin. Good move for switching out indeed, but Moon Mage tagged back in. Double axe handle now goes for the cover off of that one. Kick out of 1. Kick out of 1 by Stephanie Vaquer. Moon has a signature ready to go. Stephanie keep it up. And a crossface locked in by Moon. Submission maneuver locked in again. But Stephanie gets out of there. Kick to the gut. Vaquer lifting Moon Mage up. Powerbomb position. Taking her to the corner. Dropped onto the turnbuckle. But Stephanie not done just yet. Moon Mage not done either. Arm drag. Set up. Dropped on the shoulder. Shoulder breaker there. I think it's setting up for something. Just instead decides, nah, I'm just going to go for the cover instead. Kick out at 2 by Vaquer. And Moon has a finisher. I don't believe these two have a tag team finisher that I'm aware of. Especially considering they'll be going up against each other. Giulia just slapped Moon in the face and tried to steal the Moon Clash. But Moon got out of there, and now locking in a calf crusher. Calf crusher locked in on Vaquer, and Giulia breaks it up, albeit missing the first time. Cover by Moon Mage on Stephanie. Kick out of 2. Thought that was going to be 3 already, but no. Stephanie Vaquer survives. And Moon setting up, popping up. I think was looking for the Moon Clash from a pop-up position, but Vaquer got out of it. Dropkick avoided. Moon still has another finisher lined up, though. Off the rope, says maybe I won't be able to get you there. But the Moon Clash reversed for a second time. Moon now gets to the apron. Looking to catch a little bit of a breather, but might not be able to catch one for very long. Drop down by Stephanie. Vaquer lining up Moon Mage and dropping the leg. Or twisting the leg, sorry. Vaquer gets back in the ring. Count of 4, Moon Mage. Oh, Stephanie actually just flying to the outside and takes Moon Mage down. Clash in the Moon not happening, it seems. That Moon Clash was not connecting headbutts from Stephanie. And has 2 finishers and a signature. Maybe not anymore though. 8 defeats. Connects. Hold on a minute. Moon Mage is stunned. Count of 8. Stephanie, SVB. Count of 9. Vaquer gets into the ring. And they get the win via countouts. A win is a win in the books of Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia. And despite the fact that neither one of them pinned anybody, they go into next week with the momentum. Will the outcome, well, the outcome won't be the same. It won't end via countouts. But will one of Vaquer or Giulia be the one to win the championship next week? 2 finishers and a signature, hit that 8 defeat, stunned Moon Mage and said it's a little too close to 10 now. Let's just hit her with this, get in the ring and call it. SVB got back in the ring. Those 2 together are quite dangerous, maybe saving some energy for next week. But tonight, it's Vaquer and Giulia who pick up the win. Momentum had, energy saved, maybe on all parts. 71% in favor of Moon and Merrin, 29% in favor of Giulia and Vaquer. Doesn't seem like a desired outcome, but fairly new to wrestling, so I'm not sure. Not a desired outcome, but in this case, maybe the outcome that was wanted. You see, Moon Mage and Merrin running like a well-oiled machine. The teamwork and synergy between the 2 superstars is looking excellent. This team looking ready to take on their opponents. There is no tag team championships that are vacated for these 2. They'll be going at it for the Women's World Championship alongside Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia. Fatal 4-way next week. Congrats to Giulia. Congrats to Stephanie Vaquer. We must proceed as we move on to the main events of the evening. It is our final Men's World Heavyweight Championship qualifier. It is Kazuya. It is David. It is Kokichi. And it is Cassius. Right. That was Cowardly. Believe me, I'll make it a goal to win the title by pinning Vaquer. Strong words from Moon Mage. Will that be backed up next week? We will just have to find out. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the main event of the evening. Fatal 4-way qualifier. Who will join the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and Monkey D. Luffy in our world title match? Let's find out as we turn up that voltage. Coming out first, it is the Divine Blade himself, Cassius Wright.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way match. Making his way to the ring from overseas, weighing in at 229 pounds, Cashman Briggs.
Cassius Wright, a senior bracer, a Divine Blade, at least that's his nickname, a colonel in the war. And overall, what I've heard is he may just be one of the greatest wrestlers out there. Will he be able to back up all of those accolades tonight when he steps in the ring for the first time in GWE against 3 other competitors? Should have tagged down more, that's on you. Listen, Vaquer and Giulia were smart, Flair. They got the count-out victory. That's not on Moon, and that's not on Merrin. What happens, happens. That'll be dealt with next week. Cassius is fighting this week, fighting in our main event. Good luck to him. Out next is the man who got into this match via winning the Battle Royal last week, Kazuya Mishima.
And his opponents, first from wherever he wants, weighing in at 186 pounds, the Devil.
Kazuya Mishima, a demon in his own right. He, as well as Akuma, picked up the only sets of eliminations in that matchup. Kazuya eliminating Akuma last to win the Battle Royal and get himself in this matchup. Not desired, but cannot disrespect the play. Now main event time, and who joins? We will find that out, Kaz. We'll find that out. Classic Rio. Yeah, I did notice that. Kazuya, I would say good luck, but I don't know if you need it after last week. Out next, it is David Gunter.
And from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 239 pounds, David
David Gunter. Little headband on his head, little jacket around his body. David, I've seen him train. He's pretty good. We'll just see if he can back up all that training tonight in this Fatal 4-way. Don't worry about moving the pump down later. The old gamer rage, yeah. I can see that. That's some good old gamer range. Or rage. He's odd, very odd. He might be. But if you can back it up, that's all that matters for him. David, good luck to you. And finally, the ultimate supreme leader, Kokichi Oma.
And from Kamakura, Kanagawa, Japan, weighing in at 100 pounds, Kokichi.
nice voting him. All right, fair enough, Dusk. Yeah, we are at the main event already, Ryan. Time did in fact fly. Let's see how this goes, and there is Kokichi Oma, the Ultimate Supreme Leader. Honestly, could very well be outclassed in this matchup, considering his opponents. Cassius, Bright, Kazuya, Mishima, even David. But let's never stop Kokichi before. He will do what he has to do to get the win. Let's see if he can. Fatal 4-way. Main event o'clock. Cassius Bright, Kazuya Mishima, David Gunter, and Mr. Kokichi Oma. Here we go. Lorenzo's back at it one more time. As Cassius and David going at it on one side, Kokichi and Kazuya on the other. Drop kick by Cassius. Kokichi, and look at that! Kokichi and Cassius doing literally the exact same move. Cross body from Cassius, didn't really connect all the way on David. Reading for Mr. Cassius, fair enough, Kara. Fair enough. Kazuya tried to go after David, but Cassius turned him right back around, backbreaker. Taking it to Kokichi now is Mr. Kazuya Mishima. One fall again. It is, in fact, one fall. Once again, discus clothesline from Cassius, taking down Kazuya. Drop kick to Kokichi now. Into the quick cover, David sending Kazuya to the outside and then breaks it up. That super kick to the back of the head by Cassius, and then another one to Kazuya. All right, Cassius, fair enough. And David sending Cassius to the outside. That little shoulder check. And now right there is Kokichi. David stomping on Kazuya. Strikes from Kokichi, taking Cassius down. But I don't think he should be taunting in front of Cassius. Right, he got right back up and took Kokichi down. David doing the same to Kazuya. And then just got his head decapitated. Oh my goodness. David just got kicked into oblivion. Kazuya, German suplex from the ground. Submission locked in by Cassius on Kokichi. Broke it up. Not really broke it up, just got out of it. Kazuya with the roll up on David. David now reversing it back. And then Kazuya reverses it back. Kokichi actually stuck. David reverses it right back again. And Kazuya reverses it back again. And then David reverses it back again. And then Kazuya reverses it back again. And then David finally kicks out. Kokichi tried to set up. Cassius got caught. Kazuya sending David into the ropes. As Cassius and Kazuya, possibly the two biggest threats in this matchup, now going at it. Reverse DDT. Chops from Kokichi and a drop to Cassius. A little double axe handle to the back. David sending Kokichi off the ropes. Drop kick to the dome. Climbing up, elbow drop from David. Line him up, Cassius with a sledgehammer to Kazuya on the outside, and then taken down by Kazuya with that knee. Sent to the corner now is David. Cassius sending the steps by Kazuya, gets back up to the apron, and Kazuya is actually looking to fly as Kokichi taking to the arm of David. And then Kazuya with a kick to Cassius right. As Kokichi with a chair, tried to toss it at Kazuya, but that really just did not work. And sending Kazuya into the steps. David gets to the outside, now looking perhaps for, I think it was looking at that signature. Kokichi caught it and then just steps into the ring. Kazuya throws David into the ring and then just turns around and spears Cassius. Kick out by David at 1. Kokichi, hold on. Lock it in. Silence the truth. That Anaconda Vice. But David breaks out of it. Kazuya grabs Kokichi. No! David with that thrust to the throat, and it caught Cassius, but it mainly caught Lorenzo. Super kick from Cassius Brights to Kokichi. And now Kazuya stomping on the leg of Kokichi. The referee finally coming to. David actually getting up. I think he used freeze, but Kokichi kicked out. So, I swear you spotted. I swear to you. This man's. Cassius tried to send Kokichi in the corner, didn't get it. I think David actually burned Adrenaline Rush. David catching him. Kokichi hits him with that victory roll into the super kick. Calls that supreme intelligence. As David crossbody to Kokichi. As Kazuya now taking it to Cassius Bright. But David stopping him from going for the pin rush and leg sweep. David turning him around. Oh, tried to go for the finisher. And everybody trying to go for finishers. Cassius has got Kokichi down. Bracers hold. Locked in on Kokichi, who has to burn resiliency. Mishima going the most nuts so far, absolutely. But Kokichi is the first to burn resiliency. And no, Kazuya right to the eyes of Kokichi. But David actually grabbed the leg. Grabbed the leg of Kazuya. Little Hurricane Rana to Cassius, and now it's just David and Kokichi. It's not anymore because Cassius using that adrenaline rush as well. Chair shot from Kazuya to David, breaking the adrenaline rush meter. Kazuya tossing the chair at Cassius Bright. Cassius adrenaline up. He has adrenaline in his soul, but there is no sign of Cody Rhodes. Drop down, kick to the gut as David, little Death Valley driver, cover on Kazuya, kick out at 2. Drop down from David. Cassius picks up the chair. David actually gets it away from him as Kokichi lying in wait. Cover now. Kazuya actually rages up and then breaks up the pin. Something Cassius Rhodes? Maybe. Oh my goodness. Kazuya dragon uppercut. And then the electric ring god fist to Kokichi as David, I think, hit something to stun Cassius. David lining up Kokichi, but so is Kazuya. Takes him down. David crossbody to Kazuya. Everybody's down. Cover on Kazuya. Kick out at 1. Kick out at 1. Kick to the back by Cassius. Oh, hold on. Roll up on David. Roll up on David by Cassius. Cover. Kick out at 1. David's still pretty fresh. Turned him around, but David actually counters him. Turned around again. Kazuya with a German suplex. And then a kendo stick shot to Kokichi. Kendo stick shot now to David into the cover. Kokichi didn't actually break it up. David just kicked out. Strikes to him. Kokichi turning Kazuya around. Back suplex to him. David now has the finisher. Could be looking for the Forgotten Fates. Goes for the cover, and Cassius is there with the chair. Breaks it up. David might be getting caught. Kazuya, 10-hit combo, and then Cassius with that strike. David was going for that signature. Kazuya rolled him up, and Cassius broke it up. Turned around, tried to go for the bracer's hold, and Kazuya just lifted him up and tossed him. Kazuya picking up Cassius, went for that scoop slam, turned around, reverse DDT. Mishima seemingly reversing everything indeed. Cover on Cassius. Kokichi slides in the ring, breaks it up. Yo, Kokichi, that might not have been the worst mistake you could have made. Man's just slapped Kazuya Mishima in the face, and he's pissed. He went for that electric wind god fist on David, didn't connect. But Kokichi went for Kazuya, didn't get it. Kokichi, David now, back suplex, no. Countered by Kazuya, and now he's stunned. David rolls to the outside, but Cassius gets in the ring. I'm sorry, Kazuya got unstunned? Well, alrighty then. Oh, shoot. Cassius lifted up Kokichi, was looking for the signature, didn't land it. Kokichi was looking for the finisher, he didn't land it. And now Cassius, bracers hold locked in. David might have to rush in there. And he doesn't get there in time. Kokichi taps. And Cassius Brights qualifies. David, just maybe a second, not even a second too slow. He took the long route. He had to go around Lorenzo because he didn't want to hit him. David didn't want to hit Lorenzo and potentially cause even more damage, cause even more problems. And in the end, Kokichi could not take it anymore. Had to tap out to the bracer's hold from Cassius Brights. And as opening said, it is confirmed. Cassius Brights, Roman Reigns, Monkey D. Luffy. There's that electric wind god fist to Kokichi. David would hit that forgotten fate, that pedigree. And there it was, going for that bracer's hold. David had to go around Lorenzo and couldn't get there in time. Congratulations to Cassius Brights. 38% of you voted for, 24 on Kazuya, 25 on David, 13 on Kokichi. Cassius, congratulations to you. What a workout goes David. It is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, Cassius Brights, Monkey D. Luffy, and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, one of those three, will be our first ever GWE World Heavyweight Champion. And that actually was our show. Alright, Splendid. You don't need your music playing right now, my guy. You weren't even here. You weren't even here competing. You see it there, Cassius Brights picked up the win over Kazuya, David, and Kokichi, making Kokichi tap. Only good matches, absolutely. Vaquer and Giulia picking up the win via countout on Moon Mage and Merrin. Nobody getting pinned or submitted before the championship match next week. Kenny Omega, a V-trigger to Dominik Mysterio, would put away the so-called greatest luchador of all time. Best Bout Machine got the win in the Fatal 4. Twin Dragons, they qualify for the championship match, beating the Avalanche Angels. They will join Double Blossom and Scarlet Justice. Sayaka and Violet, well, they didn't have a match. They just brawled. They just brawled and brawled and brawled. Violet wanted revenge and got it. Dropped Sayaka onto the concrete twice. Once with a German suplex, the other with a Phantom Thief driver, knocking Sayaka out. And it looked like it was a successful night for the Phantom Thieves because Broken Justice picked up the win over True Style off of a roll-up from Joker on Ryu to put the match away. This triple threat, with a lot of distraction from Sakura, it was Arrow who picked up the win on Flair and Maki, pinning Flair in that matchup. But it really does not seem like these three are done. And to kick off the show, it was an absolute classic. The Bug Hunters and the Skelebros. Bug Hunters getting in to the final spot in the qualifier. Banger indeed. The Fatal 4-Way Ladder match will kick off next week's show with the GWE World Tag Team Championships. What a show it was. Let's take a look at the power rankings real quick. I'll probably take a look at them after we simulate as well. Oh, okay, so it's the exact same. All right. Let's see what next week would have cooked up via the methods of 2K. Jacob, run. Jacob, run. Jacob, run. Run. Jacob. Jacob, run. Don't get yourself involved with Roman Reigns, Jacob. He's a 98 overall right now. Don't get yourself involved. Oh my goodness. Well, if you include Roman Reigns from the previous matchup, this is literally our World Championship match. Luffy and Cassius Bright. But then just include Roman Reigns and you have our title match. 2K, you almost got it right. Almost. Nathan versus Sanji. Alrighty then. That's a fun match actually. Nathan and Sanji? Okay, that's interesting. Ashi versus Panette. Okay, fair enough, 2K. Fair enough. Not bad. Moon and Giulia. Also, Jacob finished the GWE Persona if you need them. Awesome. I did try to download them. There's apparently a My Faction thing. Unless he changed that up and doesn't have the My Faction thing anymore, then I can download them. Moon Mage and Giulia. Almost all of that Fatal 4-Way. That's half of it. Hina versus Miku versus Bernice in a triple threat. That's a fun one, actually. I like that. Sayaka and Violet in a promo. One of us will let Jacob know. I already did, but if you want to let him know again, I can see. Sayaka and Violet. I mean, the fact the match didn't happen, I think they need to go at it next week. And the main event, that's not the title match. That is not the title match. Becky and Camilla, that's not the title match. Well, alrighty then. Power rankings, let me take a look at that. It is almost the exact same. Roman is still number 1. Dirty Dom 2, Cassius 3, Chie, Gunter, Raiden, Shogun, Moon Mage, Arrow, Stephanie Vaquer, Camilla, Kenny, Ryu, Waluigi, Goro Akechi, Merrin, Pi, Seth, Monkey D. Luffy, Braun Breaker for some reason, and Sonic. With the net right there. And look at that. There's your top 30 as well while you're at it. Even Joe Hendry made his way in the top 30. Good on him. And Dusk's favorite Genshin Impact character, Mono. Alright. Y'all can go out of character now. Dang. What a show. That World Championship match, Cassius, Roman, Monkey D. Luffy. Oh my goodness, that is going to be an absolute banger. Sheesh, man. I could not have asked for, like, the 3 biggest names at the end of it. Also, there's Hippo with a little smiley face. I'd love to see it, man. I don't know if you were just watching the entire time and chose not to comment, but hey, you know what? Good to see you anyways. Yeah, bangers indeed. Not the Mona at the end. The Mona at the end at 26, Dusk. Don't worry, Mona is still missing. currently. Either way, that is going to do it for the show. Next week, Hippo hasn't asked to Mr. GM. I was watching the whole time while I was making Battlefield's costume. Okay. All right, come see the... if you want to have him, come stop by the GM's office. Because I'm sure some people will probably be doing so. Go right ahead and do it. I will be obliged to be sitting around, you know. Either way, that's it for the show. We've been going for a while. I'm gonna sign off right here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Next week will be where we determine our first champions at GWE, first crowning. Next week. Fun show. GWE Dust just keeps wanting to get people's jackets for concert attire. First Kazuya, now Tom. Fair enough. I will see you all next week where we will crown our first champions. Have a good one. Tune in next week for Monday Night Voltage.